Reporting there. Now, a Syrian champion swimmer and her 12-year-old brother were also among the Aleppo civilians killed by that shelling. Their deaths were reported by Britain's The Independent. The newspaper claimed that government forces and Russian planes were to blame for the missiles that killed them. However, some readers pointed out that the shelling was actually carried out by rebel militant fighters.
Katie Forster finds story of killed siblings. No mention they were killed by rebels and live in West Aleppo.
Article fails to mention they were killed by rebel shelling of West Aleppo. Instead mentions Russian airstrikes on East Aleppo.
Now, lazy update to Independent article. Is it that hard to check and see swimmer killed on government-held side of Aleppo?
So in the wake of the outcry, The Independent decided to update the article, though, with just one sentence. So, for example, the paper here mentioned that the shelling was actually carried out by militant fighters, but added that it could not confirm that information. Well, a reporter from the Aleppo district that was shelled also stated that The Independent clearly got its facts wrong. He shared his views on the tragedy with the New York Daily News, but that interview was heavily redacted, so we had to go and find the journalist ourselves.
The New York Daily News published my contribution, but the paragraph was removed. I don't think personally that was a very serious editorial decision, probably. I'm still waiting an explanation, but New York Daily News is a very old and very respected journalistic institution. This particular case was really documented, and it happened in a neighborhood where I come from, and I talked with eyewitnesses, which was, they all confirmed that this was specifically done by rebel shelling, and the Independent article failed to mention that, and it tried to shoot the blame on the other side. So that was very unacceptable by the Independent article, and the article was had other also material mistakes, factual mistakes. There is a media bias, and there is, and when we talk about double standards, it can work both ways. I rarely see pieces in international media and even on social media by different activists or public figures. I rarely see any mention about violations or tactics that are against international humanitarian law that are being committed by the anti-government side.